Welcome to Bariatric Business Accelerator, the podcast created for busy weight loss practitioners and their teams who want to systematize, simplify, and accelerate the growth of their new or established weight loss practice. I'm your host, Karol Clark, and today I'm doing a little bit of introspection, but helpful in terms of preparing myself for a great 2025, not only for myself, but for my business weight loss practice builder, as well as our practice here in Virginia. So these are the lessons that I've learned. I want to share 5 of them. And like I say, it's helping me to build a stronger 2025. The first lesson that I learned in 2024 was that adaptability is a non-negotiable core skill that we have to have. There are always so many changes, and just when you think you have it figured out, something else happens. So I work with so many different practitioners, and everyone is dealing with something different, but there are always going to be challenges that are coming up, and we have to be resourceful, we have to be adaptable. And if you own your own business, you know this all too well. But you know, whether it's marketing techniques, what's working, what's not, whether it's technology, a new technology that you came in contact with that has changed your life or the life of how you deliver your patient care or communicate with your team members. We all know that AI has had a big impact, particularly this year. That will only continue, so we have to be adaptable to that. And we have to be able to address those obstacles. I know every single month I meet with so many different practices across the US, and they're all, as I mentioned, dealing with something different. We always make sure that we are looking at what's working well, what's not working so well, what needs to change, and we brainstorm ways to address that. What we don't want to do is introduce too many things at the same time and create confusion, but we do have to be adaptable. So bottom line, you must be open to change and you must have a willingness to pivot as needed. And that might be eliminating some things out of your budget. It might be adding some technology. It might be modifying how some of your processes in your office, modifying your organizational chart. But at any rate, we have to have a willingness to acknowledge that and to have a willingness to pivot. The second lesson that I learned, not that I didn't know, and probably you as well, but is that personalization drives connection. This is how you stand out in a busy market that is a bit volatile, similar to what weight loss is right now and has been. But we have to have a personalized communication and a personalized relationship, because that's what's going to form connection, and that's what creates loyalty. So whether it's with your clients, for me, it's with my clients. I like to have a very personal I like to know what's going on in their practice. I like to always be trying to help them in terms of improvement, monitoring, seeing where we can make things better. I'm very hands-on in that way. And having that relationship with your patients is important as well, you and your team. And also with your team members. I know I am in contact with my team members, whether they're remote or on site at our practice. We have communication on a very regular basis. This helps to keep misunderstandings at bay. It helps with idea generation, but we have that personal connection. And so that's really important. And probably part of the reason why I have team members here that have been with us for over 20 years. We are very connected, and they know that I value them, and I feel valued by them as well. So whether it's your clients, patients, or team members, you have to have that personalization that drives that connection. Everyone wants to be seen and heard. I know nowadays sometimes people just want to, you think people want to be loners, but really that's what creates us long-term health and longevity is relationships and having that in place. So this can dribble down into your patient education, how you do that, how you have your team meetings, tailored marketing messages specific to the people that you want to serve. It all comes into this personalization, and it is what helps you to stand out. So the bottom line is connection creates loyalty, and we want to make sure that that is a big part of our plan and our personality and how we manage things. The third lesson, so to speak, is that consistency beats perfection. Like I said, get to work with lots of practitioners, and even in our own practice, we oftentimes will hold off on launching a new service or a new product or a new product line. We will hold off until we think that it's just perfect. It has to be just perfect. I can't do a video. I can't put myself out there. I can't share my viewpoint on one of the goofy trends that a patient just said to me. You have to be able to get over the sense of perfectionism, and this has taken me a long time. But whether it's I'm doing podcasts, as you know, these are never perfect, but podcasts is one of those things when I'm writing blogs, when I'm doing webinars, when I'm creating my content calendar, I try to plan it out as best as I can to make it as high quality. We want high quality, but it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. None of us are perfect. So consistency beats perfection. Sometimes people say to me, Karol, how are you so consistent? I get a weekly newsletter from you. I see a weekly podcast from you. I see you doing regular webinars. And same things going on in our practice for my husband, Dr. Clark, and when he's doing his podcasts and presentations and webinars and seeing patients, we all have to build this consistency. It does help to have an awesome team that helps to then take it and make sure that there's something consistent out there. Sometimes my team member, Dawn, many of you may have met her, but she helps to make everything look better online. And she does all my video editing. She does all my posting of blogs, that sort of thing, so I can focus on creating content and helping our clients in a very personal way. But she can give me a quick little kick in the pants and say, hey, I know we have this calendar out there, but I don't have the content to post. And so she helps keep me honest in that way, and we can't be perfect. So we want to be consistent. And so whatever systems you can set up, whatever team members you can have set up, whether it's someone local, somebody who's virtual, making sure that you have that in place for consistency is really important. Then when people are searching for you and what you offer, you're so much easier to find. So we want to make sure, bottom line, that we avoid perfection, because as you know, momentum is what means more, and momentum will help keep you excited about what you do, and it'll also help keep you moving forward. Just like with our patients, just a little bit of weight loss, nothing's perfect. We're encouraging them, we're cheerleading, we're providing that cheerleading for them. I do the same thing with my clients. A lot of them don't want to do any sort of content. They don't want to be consistently putting themselves out there. But then oftentimes people can wonder, why am I the best kept secret in town? Why don't I have patients? Why are they all flocking to these big box places? So you've got to create that connection in that, and you can do that really easily through content creation and then also some paid advertising. And if you don't like to be on video, no worries. There's other ways to manage that, but you do have to be consistent. So consistency beats perfection is the third lesson. The fourth one is collaboration and partnerships is a game changer. Now for me, probably out of the ones I've listed, this is probably one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in a really good way. I have built more partnerships this year than ever in any other year. And I've also worked with practitioners to build some partnerships that have truly proven to be very wonderful. If you go into it with an open mind and a willingness to serve, and you find partners who serve the same population you do, and you work together collaboratively, it is a beautiful thing. I have a wonderful relationship. Many of you may have found me through Robard. Some of my blogs or webinars there. Through Medtronic. I've done consulting for them, and I have such a great relationship and respect for so many people that work there and all of their clients that I've worked with. It's a great relationship with Pronext. We are working on it's a great software platform. I love promoting what they have. There's some other nutritional companies that I have that have some technology and some services that they offer. I'm always looking for partners that are out there doing a great job and are really committed to the client. So partnerships get you in front of other people's audiences. It gets you out there in a bigger way, and it just helps to expand your mind. The other thing about partnerships is it really expands your reach, as I mentioned, but it also brings fresh perspectives and insights. And sometimes we can get a little stale in our thinking. We need to have a little kick kick in the pants, or we need to have as entrepreneurs, our minds are always going. I'm always reading, I'm always listening to podcasts, I'm always doing things like that. But having insights from other people in the industry who serve the same population can be really helpful. That's why we all love conferences. That's why next year I'm thinking about putting together sort of a mastermind community. Reach out to me if you're interested in that. But it's a time for us to collaborate. The fifth one is that long-term success requires balance. This is probably the one I'm the worst at, and I feel it. It's one of those things where we have to pause, we have to slow down, we have to take care of ourselves, we have to set boundaries. I like to say yes to a lot of things. I like to help people. I guess it's the nurse in me. I like to help my clients no matter what they need. I roll up my sleeves. We help to get things done together. And I'm very committed to them, and I'm very committed to those in membership and private clients. But I have a hard time setting boundaries, and sometimes that can impinge on your feeling of balance. So it's one of those things that I am always continuously working on, whether it is in the realm of fitness or, just like our patients, fitness, nutrition, taking time to get away. My husband helps me with that. He's very grounded and keeps his priorities in line, and while he still takes great care of patients and our team. So I'm learning with this one, but long-term success really does require some sort of balance. So those are the 5 lessons that are carrying me into 2025 as I'm doing my planning, as I'm doing my content planning, and how I'm going to be working in 2025 and continue to help practitioners open and grow their whole program or their practices. And I'd love to hear what it is that you've learned from 2024. So if you want to put that in the comments, that would be great. And if you want to connect with me, I love that. Karol, Karol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com. And I hope that was helpful. And I look forward to navigating 2025 together as well. In the meantime, have a great holiday season. Thanks.